This is Ryan. The first thing that Ryan does after waking up at 12 p.m. because he went to bed at 3 a.m. is to grab his phone and to open up his favorite social media app and to start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. On Thursday and Friday night, Ryan goes to the club and spends all of his money on $300 bottles of alcohol in hopes to impress some girls and to get laid. Now this is John. John gets up at 5:30 a.m. every single day and he starts his day with a meditation session, then hitting the gym and then having a healthy breakfast. Unlike Ryan, John doesn't waste his money on stupid things and instead he pours every single penny into growing his business. He's not obsessed with chasing women. In fact, women are intrigued by him. So be completely honest with you. Which one are you? In this video, I am going to reveal the secret strategy that you can use to get ahead of 99% of people. And if we take a quick look into the future, John has built a very successful business that generates millions of dollars in profit per year. He travels a lot, he can drive whatever car he wants to drive, and he is surrounded by absolute abundance. Now on the other hand, Ryan is still trying to get laid in the club, and he constantly sees other people on social media living the sort of lifestyle that he would love to live. If you clicked on this video, then the truth is that you probably fall within the minority of ambitious individuals who actually want to do better in life, who don't just want to settle for an average, boring life. After all, you're alive and breathing, so why not make the most out of the time that you were given? Let's say that you're really into games, and I gave you the best video game ever, but you have to give it back to me after a few days. Then would you not want to enjoy it to the fullest? Well, you see, the truth is that real life is better than any video game you will ever find on the market, because life is the real video game that you're playing. And in that game, you can decide which character you want to be and what sort of life you want to lead. If you want to join the top 0.1% and live the life that most people can only dream of, you have to be willing to do the things that no one else is willing to do. The first step in order to get ahead of 99% of people is to set 3 main targets that you want to accomplish. Think about it, if you don't have clearly defined goals, then you won't go anywhere. You don't want to set more than 3 big goals, because if you do, you obliterate any chance of becoming successful. The reason for that is that you only have a certain amount of energy in a given day. When I begin my workday, I have the most mental and physical energy. And when it's almost time to go to bed, then obviously it's the opposite. I have the least amount of mental and physical energy. The same concept applies to goal setting. If you have a list of 10 different goals that you want to accomplish, that's too much. There is only so much that you can take care of at the moment. So what you want to do is to create a list of the 3 big goals that you want to crush within the next 6 months. One goal should be fitness and health related. For instance, it could be that you want to drop down to 10 to 12% of body fat, or that you want to make it a priority to get around 8 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Another goal should be a financial one. For instance, you could set the target of hitting $10,000 per month in profit with your side hustle. Or you could decide to save up $3,000 that you will be able to invest into building your own online business. And finally, the third goal that you set should be something either related to your personal relationships or to an art, an hobby. For instance, you could set the goal of building a network of 3 great friends who share the same values and the same goals as you. Or you could decide to learn to play your favorite songs on the guitar or on the piano. Relationships nurture your heart, while art nurtures your soul. So you really need both, in my opinion. Now, something that you really need to understand is that the shorter the time frame, the harder the intensity. I'm sure that you've seen before these crazy movie star body transformations. Some actors had to put on a significant amount of muscle, or on the contrary, lose a significant amount of weight for a new role, and in a very short time frame. If you wanted to lose 20 pounds in only 2 months, you would have to do a crash diet and to basically starve yourself in order to do that, unless if your starting point is to be obese in the first place. Now compare that to if you took 12 months to lose those 20 pounds. The reason why we want to shorten the time frame and accomplish your goals within the next 6 months and no longer than that is because, as stated by Parkinson's law, if you allow yourself more time to complete a specific task, it will take as much time as you allow for it. Meaning, if you have a project due in just 1 day, you are going to work your face off to get it done. You're going to be super focused, super productive, compared to if you had a full 3 months left. And what I've also found is that setting goals for a period that is longer than 6 months usually demotivates people because it's just too far. However, 6 months seems to be the sweet spot because it gives you enough time to accomplish substantial things, but it's also not too long of a time frame, so the reward doesn't seem that far off compared to a year or 2. Now there is a mental shift that you need to go through if you really want to make the most out of the following 6 months. You have to understand that in life, you will either be obsessed or average. Just like in that same spirit, you will either work for someone or you will have people working for you. You will either suffer the pain of change or the pain of regret. You can choose to suffer the pain of being out of shape and of having bad health, or you can choose to suffer the pain of disciplining yourself and following a healthy diet and a workout routine. At the end of the day, the decision is yours and yours only to make. However, However, I am not saying that you should just work and never enjoy life at all. I do think that there are some seasons in your life where you will need to isolate yourself more and just focus on getting stuff done. But at the same time, I would not recommend going into things like a monk mode or a dopamine detox for too long, because the truth is that those protocols are not meant to be a lifestyle. They're meant to help you to achieve more and to shut out all of the noise and all of the distractions for a short period of time, which will allow you to move 10 times faster than your competition and actually move the needle forward in your life and in your business. So if you find it difficult to focus on yourself intensely for a period of 6 months, remind yourself that it is temporary and you are doing your future self a favor, because that life of freedom, of abundance, of luxury even, that you dream of is right here, and all you have to do is to grab it and make it yours. The next step in order to get ahead of 99% of people is to set up your environment for success. Studies have shown that kids with 2 obese parents are 10 to 12 times more likely to become obese as well. Now that isn't to say that if you're not in the right environment, then it's impossible for you to succeed. However, let's face it, it's gonna be much harder. Now I know that a lot of people watching this video right now will probably not be able to control 100% of the variables in their environment. I mean, in reality, no one does. But for some of you, you might still be living with your parents or with roommates, for instance. In that case, what you want to do is to still optimize your environment for maximum growth as much as you can. For instance, you can get into the habit of not checking your phone for the first hour in the morning. You can also uninstall all social media apps from your phone. And if you go on YouTube, make sure that you only use it to watch educational content that is going to help you to grow your business or to work on your projects. You also want to have a clear desk and a clear workspace. A messy desk, a messy workspace is going to lead to a messy, distracted brain, because you will subconsciously be tempted to use the things on your desk as a distraction, instead of just doing the boring work that you need to complete to reach your goals. A couple years back, morning routines were very popular on YouTube, and everyone and their mother read The Miracle Morning and had a morning routine. And it's honestly a great idea, because having a morning routine allows you to start your day on the right foot. Think about it. If you start your day by scrolling on social media, compared to if you start your day by doing some meditation or some yoga or even taking a cold shower, in which case do you think you're gonna have a better, a more productive, a more fulfilling day? Now I'm sure that you've also heard about having a nighttime routine. A nighttime routine is a great way to plan for the day ahead and to ensure that tomorrow is going to be a success. However, a morning routine and a nighttime routine are not the only types of routines that you can implement in your daily life in order to achieve bigger things and to increase the overall quality of your life. What you want to do is to routinize as many aspects of your life as possible. That way, you eliminate decision fatigue, which is the fatigue that comes from having to make too many decisions in one given day. For instance, you can meal prep your lunch and dinner so that you don't have to waste that energy during the day, thinking about what you're gonna eat or cooking. One routine that I have been personally implementing for years is to exercise every single day at 11 AM. So far, it's been one of the best routines that I've followed. Now you have all of the keys in your hands to destroy your competition and to get ahead of 99% of people. If you made it this far in the video, then leave a comment that says top 1% so other people get confused. Also, don't hesitate to check out the other videos on the channel for more self-improvement or business related content. And with that said, I will see you on the other side.